for me, what it took this whole transition to a new level is that I went through an uncomfortable phase where I went and stayed with this pastor in New York for like 2-3 weeks, and it was uncomfortable for me. Like I felt like I wasn't good enough to be around these people who are like perfect. It felt like, and
why did you feel that way, and why did you live with a pastor to begin with?
So no, it was basically because I was just in a weird place, dude, and I felt it in my soul. I was looking at myself in the mirror, and I was growing up. My mom raised me as a Christian, but as I was growing up, there was so many weird Christians that I came across that was like, I don't think I want to be a Christian, and then I got to a point where I was so lost. I'm like, let me try to revisit my faith. But I did it with these people because I know that their view on their faith is so much different than most Christians. Because most Christians are like, I'm going to do this so that God can love me. I'm going to, like, if I show up wearing this, like, he'll respect that, But that's not what God is. Like, if God is based on love, it's I love you first, regardless of what you do, rather than you do this and then I'll love you. Does that make sense?
He loves you no matter
what.
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you can go do what you want, but if God's based on love, like if I love my girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna want to cheat on her because I love her so much. It's not like if I don't cheat on her, she's gonna love me more, or you know what I mean? It's like you've developed a relationship with God, so that you don't want to do that other stuff.
Yes.
You don't want to be judgmental. You don't want to hurt people because you're like, oh, like God loves me. I have, and you're able to. But when it's about religion and about the works and about all this other stuff that's just kind of irrelevant, and going to church every Sunday, like, I'm gonna go to church every Sunday to believe in God. If you want to, and that's what works for you, cool. But like, there's so many people that came around and they're like, blessings, God. Just because you say like these weird Christian things doesn't make you
anything?
Does that make you better? Like,
yeah.
So it kind of got weird for me, the whole faith and religion thing, but when I kind of realized what it should be and not what it was portrayed to me as what it was, it made it so much like cooler and easier for me to comprehend it.
And and I feel like everything changed for you then. Yes?
Yeah, it did. Yeah. As soon as I could understand my worth and knew that, like, hey, people aren't giving me what I need. Like, people are always wanting something. I can never tell if something's really authentic, but when I really sit in my room and I'm alone and I can just, like, God, are you there? Like, I feel this connection with something that's a higher being. It just, and picture it as being a perfect thing.
Yeah.
It just puts an ease to my soul that's, like, I can't describe.
Special.
It's special, yeah.
Justin Bieber.
Yeah. And I don't mean to be weird and, like...
No. You're talking to a guy who was raised within the Catholic Church. I went, 10 years of Catholic school, man.
Dude.
Yeah, I went to church every morning, man, for many, many years. I was an altar boy, been there, done that.
And was it weird to you?
Not that it was weird. It gave me structure when I needed structure, and I still pray to God, and I still, I still believe that there's a God or whatever, but. Different,
Yeah.
And the Catholic school ways around it different.
Yeah, I think that's like
different.
Yeah, dude. I don't want to like make people Catholics and people feel like I'm dissing them or anything. I don't.
You're not.
But I just feel like it's not necessarily based on the relationship, and that's like if we're made on this earth to have relationships with people, right? If we're supposed to like get in depth with people, then that's how our God is supposed to be, not just this like idea and this thing. It should be that. But anyways, let's move on.